What's going on, guys? So today I just want to make a quick video about something funny I heard recently, and it's to go touch grass. So literally just go outside, right? And start being more social, right? Look, as someone who made every excuse in the book in the past. Oh, I have a little bit of anxiety, blah blah blah. It's hard, no 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 no. Whatever, like you could say anything. At the end of the day, we're social creatures, and two things are going to benefit you. One isn't even social, right? You can literally just for your own health, like mental health. People don't really realize that it's massively affecting your health if all you're doing is staying inside, working remotely, watching Netflix, playing video games, and barely going outside, right? Not only, and we don't need to get into the details of like what city you live in, the smog, blah, blah, blah. Like, just the fact that you got outside is helpful, right? Even if it's just going to the grocery store, going on a walk, going around a park or a beach, maybe a hike, right? There's, of course, there's healthier versions. Taking a walk instead of an Uber, assuming the place is close enough to do that, right? Just do things to get yourself outside because it's going to help your mind so much. I mean, just as a quick example for you here, there have been times where I was overthinking something or working on a project, and I was sitting there like thinking, blah, blah, blah. How can I make this work? How can I finish this project? Blah, blah, blah. And then as soon as I just like went for a swim in the pool or in the ocean, or just took a walk around the neighborhood, right? The ideas came to me. Like a really funny example of this is, I've written music for video games before, right? And I was working on a song I can remember, and I was just like writing, and I had finished most of the song, but this last part, like nothing was coming to me. I was like, man, all I was doing was like playing around, trying to figure something out. And funny enough, as soon as I stepped away from all the music and the instruments, I went on a walk around the neighborhood that I was in, and the ideas all just came to me. I wasn't forcing it, right? I wasn't necessarily even, I was taking a break from music, right? Like I was going outside to just like walk around, maybe think about something else or not think for a while, right? Just enjoy the sun and like the little bit of nature. There's like a park nearby. And all of a sudden, all the ideas just came flowing to me. I was like, oh, I know what to do now. It's like, a melody and the chord progressions, like I could hear it. And it's amazing to think that that's something that can happen, right? Like with like art or music or even just something else, right? Like, another kind of work, or maybe you're just like overthinking about something in your life. Like sometimes stepping away from it and just like going outside. I think going outside is the most helpful thing, right? Like not just stepping away from it and going somewhere else inside, but like the gym, going out in the sun, right? Just something. And then number two is we're social creatures biologically, right? So you can argue with me up and down about how you have anxiety, blah, 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 this and that. It's going to benefit you in the long term as a human to actually work through this, right? Develop maybe a skill set, some tools to help you so you can be at least a little social every day, right? Or maybe like coming up with like a boundary in your head, like okay, I'm gonna go to this thing and I'm only gonna go for 30 minutes or an hour, right? If like your anxiety or something's like holding you back making you feel like, ooh, I don't know if I want to go, blah blah blah, because I've done that in the past, right? Where I just like was like, ooh, I don't know if I want to go, and then oftentimes I regret not going if I don't, right? I just had like another sort of like boring evening, right? And there's nothing wrong with being bored. Like I think you need to be able to master the art of being bored and also um, being alone. Like and don't get this twisted. Don't get me wrong here, right? Like you're not cooler because you're a lone wolf all the time, right? Or isolating yourself, or like, oh, I'm working on myself and I'm not hanging out with people, right? Like that's not. It's just not about cool or not, right? It's just like it's not like this cool thing, and sure, it's like a bit of a superpower to be able to. The real reason that people say that is because you need to be able to love yourself, and it's really cheesy to hear that, right? You probably just rolled your eyes, but like if you can be alone and love yourself, that's going to be such a huge benefit for you when you start going out into social situations, because you're going to care about other people, but you're not going to care what they think, right? Like you're not going to be like worried about if they like you. You're just going to be thinking, well, let me see how this goes, and maybe it'll be a cool interaction. Like like let me see if I get along with them, right? And no matter what happens, you're going to be leveling up. You're going to be learning something. You're going to be growing, getting out of your comfort zone and getting outside, right? Socializing is such a huge benefit that I don't even think some people don't even realize. Like they come up with all these coping mechanisms about why they shouldn't do it, right? So like isolating yourself or monk mode, like realistically, it's not going to help you, right? Like yes, of course, like stay disciplined. Don't be. I don't think you should be too disciplined, but get your work done. Gym, the projects, whatever you're working on, your business, like these things, and then make a bit of time to socialize, at least once a week, right? Like a date, or going out with some of your friends, or maybe going to like a some kind of social event where it's all new people, right? To actually truly get out of your comfort zone and just see what happens, right? I mean, and you can swear up and down like you've got all these different reasons and excuses, but at the end of the day, I promise you, if you can lose the ego about this and move through your fear, right? Just be brave. This is going to help you so much in your life, in your relationships, in your career or the business that you start, in dating. So all I'm asking, this isn't even for me, right? It's for you. This is for your benefit. Touch grass and go talk to people, especially new people. All right? You got this.